Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101, and today I would like to discuss during these dark times of coronavirus cases, people losing their jobs, people losing their families, people losing their lives, that where do you find inspiration from? Where do you find encouragement from? Where do you find that bravery to go out and still fulfill your dreams? Where does that energy come from? It actually makes me think of my life and where I've been. How did I get there? And what are the things that I do in order to make it in life, even this far? Growing up in Southeast DC, I never thought that I would make it to the age of 40, let alone at the age of 41. So if you know anything about me, I sometimes like to share personal things about me to actually inspire people and give people encouragement, because, my mom died when I was 12. She died from lupus. And there's a lot of things that I've endured through my life and early on, before I even reached the age of 20, that should have never landed me alive today. There's things that I've seen, and there's some things that I was a part of that I could have easily been killed, easily been incarcerated for the rest of my life. And not because I did anything illegal, but maybe I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. But I want you to think about your life, and that because you may have lost your job, maybe you got furloughed, maybe your hours got reduced, maybe the time spent in a family setting has just drove you and your significant other and your kids absolutely crazy. This is where you buckle down and you figure out a plan. You figure out solutions to your problems. Because you know what? It's easy to give up. That's the easiest thing you can do. But I promise you, by yourself, sitting on a couch eating chips all day, your favorite Netflix, that's only fun but for so while. But maybe you need income coming in. Maybe you need things to do. So let's first take a look at what absolutely is inspiration. And maybe even in that small definition, you will find a solution. Maybe. And then we'll get into, there's some things, even if you don't have a degree, even in this time right now of 40 million Americans are unemployed, and cases are rising in 35 states, and California shutting down. There's still things that you can do to keep yourself occupied, to keep yourself gainfully employed. There's a lot of things out there, but a lot of times we get so focused on the problem, we get so focused on the issue, that we forget that we are intelligent people, and that if we just took a moment out of our day, not worrying, not plotting, not designing, we took a moment out of our day and just thought about it, where would we be? So let's first define what inspiration really is. Let's go off the dictionary answer. Right here we have the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. I'm going to read it again. The process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. That is where we are. We're at the inspiration stage. We're at the stage where we want to encourage and lift up people, because a lot of us, I look at different YouTube videos, and a channel may offer other services other than a stimulus update. And I understand that you need money now, you need money right away to buy those very critical and essential things for your family and yourself. Whether it be food or paying the electric bill, they're both vital to the well-being of you and your family. This I understand. But there comes a time where you have to really sit back just for a moment, and say, well, what can I do to lift us out of this? Because the easiest thing that you can do is give up. The second easiest thing for you to do is wait on someone else, right? A lot of times in life, it brings me to Damon John's book, Rise and Grind. Rise and grind. What are you doing in the morning if you're unemployed? Are you looking for jobs? Are you taking courses to be certified? What are the things that you're doing actually to become a better you? That is what I want to know. What are those things that you are holding? What is your motivation? Is it your family? Is it a goal that you set forth? Because in order to be really inspired to get up and do something, you need to have goals in life. And just because a pandemic has happened, yeah, it may slow down your goals, but it doesn't stop your goals. See, if you're part of the few that don't believe that you should wear a mask to protect other people and yourself, then you may not find these words encouraging. Because look, nobody wants to wear a mask. A surgeon going in to conduct surgery doesn't want to wear a mask, but he does for the protection of the patient and the protection of himself. And if we are inconvenienced to wear a mask for 6 months or to a year to save your life and millions of other lives, is that not worth the sacrifice? Because here's the thing. I'd rather for you to be whatever you want to be in life. Whether it be an inventor, a software engineer, a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer, those basic professions and careers. Or you want to do landscaping and gardening. What are your goals in life? Maybe you want to be a project manager, a program manager, a function manager, a CPFO, an electrician, a plumber, who knows? But you will never fulfill your dreams and goals if you don't take the necessary steps to protect yourself and others. During today's inspiration, I just want you to think about the wonderful things in life, long term. I want you to think about the things that you want to do or the things that you have already done and you want to do again. There's a lot of you entrepreneurs that want to start your own business. What have you done to start your own business? Maybe you're saying, well, I don't have enough money right now to start my own business. Then my question is, if you don't have the capital to start your own business, what are you doing to be more informed and more intelligent on the business you want to get into? I see a lot of different careers, opportunities just on YouTube where people are teaching other people how to be successful. And guess how much it costs? $0 and 0 cents. I hear things like mobile notary, things of that matter. I've heard things also buying tax liens. There's thousands of videos on YouTube, maybe hundreds, that will teach you how to do these things. He said, well, I don't have the money to buy a tax lien. But maybe you have the money, or rather you have the time to at least learn about it. Think about that. How do you develop skills? How do you envelop intelligence? Repetition. Reading the same thing over and over again in many different ways will have you more intelligent than a person who's probably doing it every day. That's the thing about this, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to feel inspired. It's part of my logo. Learn money and be inspired. Because without inspiration, what do you have? The definition said it quite plainly. And if you didn't hear before, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear it again. The definition of inspiration: the process of being mentally stimulated to feel something special, and especially to do something creative. Some of you are good with your hands, and some of you are good with your mind. Have you ever reached out to your neighbor and say, hey, I know you're good with your hands. I have a couple of ideas. I don't have that much money, but I think that we can get together and actually build something. Well, for some of you who are looking for solutions out there, I did a little bit of research, and I'm here to help. And if anyone knows me, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, I'm always here to help, because even I need inspiration every once in a while, and I get it from my friends, my family, my loved ones, and a lot of times I get it from you. So with that being said, I'm gonna give you some solutions and some things you probably never thought about, and there's plenty of job opportunities that pretty much are awaiting you just around the corner. But I really want you to think about this. I really want you to think about this, because these jobs are important. Home health aide. You don't need a college degree. You need a course, not a long course. And the projected jobs, according to money.usnews.com, okay, there's over 300,000 jobs available. Education needed is a high school degree. High school degree. Now, unfortunately, the salary may not be as high as you want it to be, but when you're unemployed and you need revenue, you need income coming in, then this is something you can do. This is helping the elderly. $24,000 a year. Could it feed your family? It may not can pay all your bills, but at least you can put food on the table. These are just options, okay? These are just options. And it says here, home health aides are trained to assist individuals with diabetes, chronic illness, or cognitive impairment with daily activities many people take for granted. Here's another one. Medical assistant. Projected 155,000 jobs available. The median salary is $33,000. $33,610. You can do something with that. You may think that I was making 70, 80, 90,000. Why would I make 33,000? Because right now you're not making any thousands. And this is a possible career for you. I don't even want to say career. I want to say job. Because we understand, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes in order to get up the steps, you have to at least climb one. You get what I'm trying to say? This may not be something that you want to do, but this may help you to get there. It's kind of like, I want to take a vacation, but I don't want to take 2 planes. I want a straight shot. But sometimes in order to get that beautiful dream vacation you always wanted to take, you have to take 2 planes. So in this instance, you might have to take a job that you really don't want to take, but will still bring in income to help you to get back where you want to be. And quite frankly, you never know. You may enjoy some of these jobs I'm going over and may want to get involved with them long term and make them your career. Education needed for the medical assistant. It says post-secondary non-degree, meaning you have to go through some course or some sort of certification program that's going to help you. It says, during most medical exams, a physician or specialist isn't the only person you'll see. A medical assistant measures your vital signs, administer injections or medication, and schedule appointments. These professions also prepare blood samples for lab tests, record your patient history, and enter your information in your medical records. And I know you're saying during this time of COVID-19, don't tell me about anything medical. I don't want to jeopardize myself or my family. So I move right along. What about this? Landscaper and groundskeeper. Hard work. I'm not going to lie to you. Very, very hard work. But nonetheless, it's a career and a job that you can actually get into. I'll give you an example. The guy who cuts my grass, right? In this neighborhood, I live in Texas. Now, majority of the people in this neighborhood, they have Mexicans cutting their grass. Nothing against our Mexican brothers and sisters. They're hard workers just like anyone else. But the guy who cuts my grass actually lives in the neighborhood. He's a white guy. His name is AJ. And he charges $25 and he cuts your front, your back, he edges, and he blows. He blows, the remaining grass blades back on for $25. And he's getting so big in cutting grass at $25 that he's actually is selling his business. He had a sports shop about an hour away from where he lives. He said, I'm making too much money to continue the sports shops where people aren't really buying sports. So you see how he's being innovative, how when COVID-19 hit, he immediately went into survival mode and say, what could I do? I don't have the capital. I don't have the money to sustain this business. So he created another business because he knows that people in this neighborhood that he was living in needed their grass cut because of HOA. So he said, what's the going rate? $30, $35? He's like, I'm going to do it for $25 and I'm going to do a good job. It's him, his 14-year-old son, and another guy. And they go around, and this neighborhood is growing largely. We're in a rural area, but it's suburban America. But there's over, I think at the end of this thing, in the next 3 years, going to be over 20,000 homes. But right now, there's like 5,000, 6,000 homes. And I'm going to say he already has more than 50 to 100 people that he actually cut grass for. He cuts grass from sun up to sundown as he's transitioning and selling his business. I may work for him. Who knows? I'm doing absolutely nothing, right? I'm living off my investments, but soon investments, I even have to go back to work. Okay? Because in a market like this, you have to find out other hustles to keep money coming into your account. And a lot of times when I worked for Amazon, I didn't really want to do the job I was doing when I got hired. This is the job. I didn't want to do it. I was an operations manager. I didn't want to do it. But the thing that kept me going to work was the other managers on my team. They were really good people. And then some of the people that were my subordinates, the people I worked with, my associates that worked under me, kept me going back. But the job itself was brutal because I would be at work anywhere from 11 to 12 hours, 4 days a week. On my feet 90% of the time, running back and forth, making sure operations and mechanical equipment and people are being taken care of. Now, the shift was already 10 hours, but most days we worked 11, 12 hours. There was no day where we worked 10 hours. Never. It was always over, and it was never overtime. So what I'm trying to get across to you guys is wherever you are, wherever you may be in your life, hopefully you have goals. And in those goals, you may even have a life plan that you are trying to conduct step by step by step. Sometimes you have to be innovative in your plans and you have to add additional steps to get to the step where you want to be. Let's move on. So when it comes to landscaper and groundskeeper, they say there's over 170,000 jobs out there at a median salary at $30,000 and there is no education needed. There's no education needed. No education. You can go out there, take your lawnmower, knock on people's door, and say, hey, I cut your grass for $20. Undercut everybody else. But I guarantee you, if you work your butt off, you say, no, I'm going to dedicate 10 hours a day. I'm going to get me a huge water. I'm going to walk around with my lawnmower, and I'm going to knock on everybody's door. And I'm going to say, hey, can I cut your grass for $20? You say, wait a minute, you $20? Well, I will have somebody cut my grass. Ma'am, I will cut your grass. I'll edge your grass. And I will blow your grass for $20. Nope, not. See, that's how you get clientele. You undercut the competition. This is all business. Right? Because the people, my neighbors, they were cutting their grass, I think, for $35, and they was using a riding lawnmower, and they hit something in their backyard, and they fired them. They said, Ray, who are you using to cut your grass? I said, I'm using, Chris from down the street, AKA AJ from down the street. He charges $25. Okay, yeah, we'll get him too. And now he cuts both our grass. You see that? You see how that works? You can't beat $25. I know a buddy of mine, he's paying $55. I can't do it. Moving right along. Massage therapist, $35,000 projected, $41,000 in salary, and a post-secondary degree. That means you have to go through some sort of course. And we all like good massages. But during this time, some of these professions may not be feasible dealing with COVID. But even this one right here, being a dental assistant, people are still going to the dentist. I too need to go to the dentist. I used to go every 6 months, and now I haven't been in a while. It's almost been going on 7 months. Projected jobs out there are 38,700. The median salary is around $39,000. Look at that, $39,000. But there is a post-secondary non-degree you have to go through. And again, that's just, a certification course. Listen to this one. I may butcher this name. You know how I am. A solar photovoltaic installer. So basically a person who installs solar panels. 6,100 jobs out there at $43,000. And the only thing you need is a high school degree. That's right. And guess what? People are still improving on their homes. A buddy down the street, he's installing a pool and an outdoor cooking area as we speak. He works for Microsoft. There's still people who are working and still spending money in this economy, even in this down economy. There's people still making money, and there's people still spending money. What do these solar panel installers do? They put together and maintain solar panels on the rooftop of homes and other buildings. That's all they do. High school education is all you need, and you're making around $43,000. Nail technician, women and some men still go out to nail salons and get their feet and their nails done. Okay, they get their nails on their feet done and their nails on their fingers done. They're saying there's around 16,000 jobs available, 24,000 in salary, and there is a post-secondary school you have to go through some sort of certification course. And some of you are saying most of the agents have that job, but there are nail salons that Caucasians and African Americans own and run. What about this one? Now, we all could use this one because I think this will be profitable for all of us. A plumber, 68,000 jobs available, $54,000 in salary, and the only thing you need to be a plumber is a high school diploma. Now, some plumbers go through a course, but the only thing you really need to get started is a high school diploma. Let's read what they do. This profession goes beyond troubleshooting problems when pipes or water fixtures are broken. Plumbers also plan and develop blueprints for new structures or those being refurbished. Insurance sales agent, 48,000 jobs available, $51,000 in the median salary. And for an insurance sales agent, the only thing you need is a high school diploma. It says insurance sales agents are the go-to source for the different insurance policies that are available. These agents typically contact potential customers in order to sell various insurance types. There's careers out there, ladies and gentlemen, that even in this down market that you guys can be a part of that will help you out tremendously. Where do you find your juice? Where do you find your power? Where do you find your encouragement, your inspiration, your motivation to get up every day? Because you know what? If you have been doing this, you've been beating yourself up far too long. You have been blaming your issues and problems on everyone else far too long. There's a power in you that burns, and the only thing you need to do is tap into it. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do is tap inside your own power. It doesn't matter what you believe in life, which is your religious affiliation, your spirit affiliation. There's a power in you regardless. And the only thing you need to do is tap into it. Let me read some of your notes and I'm going to go over some other jobs. Charles Green says, Grand Rising, Ross. Good morning, good sir. Nolan Baptiste, good morning, Ross and people. Good morning to you, Nolan. Maddox says, hello, team. Good morning, Maddox. Broad John says, good morning as well. And Maddox, my masseuse is struggling. Masseuses are struggling. And this is, I said before, of a buddy that lives in the neighborhood who cuts my grass, a white gentleman. He has reinnovated himself, not reinvent himself, reinnovated, meaning he took what he knew already how to do, didn't have to go to any class, took his lawnmower where he was cutting his grass, and him, his son, he said, hey, we have to do this for the family. And they got out and they started cutting people's grass for $25 a pop, undercutting the competition anywhere between $5 and $15. They cut, edge, and blow. Let's move on. A phlebotomist, 30,000 jobs available, $35,000 in a median salary, and there is a post-secondary non-degree that you need, meaning the certification. Okay? Let's move along. Now, this one says a licensed practical and licensed vocational nurse. Now, I don't really promote this one only because it takes longer. It takes longer to receive this license than most people may think. This ain't something you're going to accomplish in a month or two. It's not. So we're trying to find out things that we can actually do right now. An electrician. Now, if anybody didn't know this about me too, I'll give you another skill that I have. I used to work for a subcontracting company called Electrico. This is during my time between when I got out the Marine Corps and I was looking for a profession. And so I got into electricity. And I tested out to be a second-year apprentice electrician. That's the highest you can test out at. But I didn't have, that's all I had at the time. Well, I had a degree, but I didn't need a degree because it had nothing to do with being an electrician. And it said there's 74,000 jobs available at $55,000 at a median salary. And the education needed is a high school diploma. It says electricians design, install, and maintain repair motors, equipment, or electrical systems for businesses and residences. I know enough to do the things I'm doing in my home when it comes to a smart home. But believe it or not, I was a commercial electrician, meaning that I was working in huge office buildings, going under the subfloor, connecting wires, and man, I only did it for a couple of months. I think I did it about 6 or 7 months, but I learned a lot. I learned if you touch the wrong wire in commercial electricity, you die, basically. Now, I've done things around the home. I've been shocked before because sometimes being lazy will cost you your life. The only thing I had to do was turn off the breaker, and I didn't and got shocked. But the only thing I lost was a hair follicle. Where it's somewhere around there where I lost it at. What about a wind turbine technician? What about that? A wind turbine technician. There's 3,800 jobs available at $55,000 median salary, and you need a post-secondary non-degree, some sort of certification or course that company or a third-party institution will certify you in. And I'm thinking to do something like that, I don't know all the intricate parts of it, but it can't be no longer than 3 or 4 months. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, COVID-19 is going to be around longer than 3 or 4 months. They were talking about a company that I actually did a stock review on a couple of days ago, or was it yesterday? We talked about Moderna, how that they took 45 test subjects and gave them, I don't want to say solution. They gave them antibodies. They injected them with something to create antibodies for COVID-19. And out of the 45 created antibodies. But they say even with that, a cure or vaccine is still not until 2021. And we don't mean January, February, talking about mid 2021 at the earliest. So people will still be doing some of the same 6 feet away, wearing a mask, and businesses not opening their doors or reduce in capacity. So we have to find other ways to bring in income. A residential advisor, 14,000 projected jobs, 28,000 median salary, and the only thing you need is a high school diploma. It says here, residential advisors are supervised to college or university residential halls where they assist students with any problems or issues that come up. This is what they do. Then an optician, 5,400 projected jobs, 37,000 median salary, and the only thing you need is a high school diploma. It says after seeing an optometrist or ophthalmologist for an eye appointment, patients might also end up seeing an optician that help patients choose and fit glasses and contact lenses. No degree needed. Restaurant cook. Now, no need to even go into this one because not too many restaurants are open. What about a recreation and fitness worker? And when I say this, ladies and gentlemen, you ever thought about if you have a skill, if you have some sort of a talent, did you ever thought about creating a YouTube page? Did you know that YouTube pays a lot of people good money, especially when you have thousands of subscribers? Now, you may think that I get paid money from YouTube. I literally get paid fractions of a penny on a dollar. Now, a buddy of mine, I won't say his name, but he rose to fame very quickly in YouTube. I talked with him, I counseled him, I encouraged him, gave him information. He went from 200 subscribers to 400,000 subscribers. He's on his way to 500,000 subscribers. And his first check off of YouTube was $40,000. His first check for 1 month. Then some people say, well, Ross, why isn't your channel that large? I have no idea. I have no idea. And you know what? I'm not in it for the money. Some people are, and I applaud them. This is a business for a lot of people. But I do it because it's fun. I do it because I love to give people information. And I love to converse with people so they can tell me their ideas and I can tell them my ideas and we can have a conversation. Whether it be inspiration, stock news, investments, saving tips, getting out of debt tips, any information I love to share with my audience and my family. So those who stay on, I know that they like the channel, they love the content, and I'm okay with growing slow. Because if I wasn't, I would have been quit. This is my 3rd or 4th year on YouTube. A buddy of mine, he's only been on like 2 or 3 years, and he's already up to almost 500,000. but we still converse every day. We still collab every 3 to 4 months, and we have a good time doing it. Okay. All right, let's move right along. What about a hairdresser? I don't care if you're male or female, gay or straight, it doesn't matter. Okay. Hairdressers, people are still getting their hair done. People are still getting their hair done. People are still getting their hair cut. A barber. The only thing you need is a hairdresser, is a post-secondary non-degree. Hey, you can probably learn how to do some hair in 2 to 3 months. Who cares, right? 58,000 jobs available at $25,000 for a median salary. Again, it's not about the number. It's about the income that you will be receiving, meaning that you are receiving a paycheck. You're receiving income every week or every 2 weeks or every month. Now, I know a firefighter, that takes quite some time, but here's another one that I know that a lot of you can actually do. It's 85,000 jobs available, $38,000 for a median salary, and the only thing you need is a high school diploma. What is it? A maintenance and repair worker. It said if it needs fixing, the resident maintenance and repair worker is likely the person to call. These workers maintain and repair machines, mechanical equipment, electrical switches, and outlets in buildings. They are also responsible for ordering supplies and keeping detailed work records. These are the things, ladies and gentlemen. These are the jobs right here. These are the jobs that me and you are going through right now. See this list? And my source came from no other than US News, money.usnews.com. So you can go out and research these jobs for yourself. And Music X Fitness says, your friend's story inspires me. Appreciate it since I'm working on building a channel at the moment. Well, here's my advice for you, Music X Fitness. Learn all you can about YouTube. Get into the analytics about the different times that people actually tune into videos, the type of content. Look at what videos that you have done that more people viewed it than less people viewed it. See me, he's big into the analytics of things. So you really want to look at those things, ladies and gentlemen, because if you're going to get into YouTube, they're just more than just coming on here making a video. Because he too has helped me to look more into the analytics. But I realized, yes, I want to grow my channel. Yes, looking at the analytics will help me tremendously, giving people the content that they want. But sometimes you may have something on your heart. You may have something that inspires you, that you believe may inspire other people. And sometimes if I help one person, then I've done what I sought out to do. And granted, not everybody is a YouTuber. Some people love to go in and watch videos, but they say that's not me. I have other things that I like to do. And being on YouTube is not one of them. And I totally understand that. That's like me. I know how to go out and build a smart home, but do I want to videotape myself building a smart home? I really don't. And if some of you will go back and look at some of my old videos, you will actually see that I have a lot of videos that's non-financial related. Now, just to give you a sort of look into my world, how about we take a trip down memory lane? I'm almost done. So you can see how I first started off, okay? How I first started off, because I don't really think you guys even know if you're simply on here just for the videos, just for financial videos. Because I have videos that I talked about everything. I even did podcasts for a while. I do different experiences, and I'm looking at my playlist here. And I'm going through something that I think will be inspiring for you guys. That way you understand there's many things that you can do. You don't have to do it on YouTube. You can do it on Facebook. You can sell things. Maybe you, like right now, I have some couches on OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, and another app called Macara or something like that, that I don't need those couches anymore. But that's another source of income. There's a lot of things in your home that you can actually get rid of, that you're just holding on to for whatever reason, that you can actually make money from. You get what I'm trying to say? You can actually make money from it. So the question is, what is holding you back? Now I'm looking at my videos, looking at my playlist. So it's going to take me longer than what I thought it would take me, ladies and gentlemen. Because some of these videos are when I first started. I used to do tech reviews. I just know that I wanted to teach people and inform people about whatever it is. And so I did everything. I had a segment called Let It Burn, where I was teaching people how to work out when I was in better shape. Or I was getting in shape by teaching people. I was doing videos, all sorts of different types of videos that you have no idea. And I just remember that I actually erased all of those videos to help my analytics. But if you just go back to some of my videos, I talk about so many things that you couldn't even possibly imagine. And there's this algorithm out there on YouTube that tells you your videos really shouldn't be more than 7 minutes long. But if you notice, a lot of my videos are high. And my views, only like 100 and something views. But some people are watching them and hope they're finding some sort of value to them for their lives. But let's just take a look. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at really quickly. Right? So, like I said, I delete videos, but I still have quite a bit. And as you can tell, I don't have any facial hair. This one I was still in the military. Okay? And I've done all sorts of videos. Money on my mind. I'm living my best life. You may need a second job. I'm just reading some of the titles here. Your income, the Tarzan Analogy. And I'm saying all sorts of things here. Look, you know, let's look at this. Let's look at this one. Look at this really quickly. Let's see it. This is going back memory lane. This used to be my old song too, right? This used to be my old song. But let's take a trip down memory lane. I know you don't see it all.
Financial Literacy 101. Hey, Roswell, how you guys doing today? You ever heard of the Tarzan Analogy? Okay, Tarzan Analogy. You can't swing forward unless you let go of the vine you swung from. You can't swing forward unless you let go of the vine you swung from. But you need to go forward, right? Nobody wants to go back in life. You want to go forward, right? You want to go forward in your business. You want to go forward in your relationship. You want to go forward with your kids to prosperity in college and trade schools and all great things. You want to go forward in your entrepreneurship. You want to go forward in your education. You want to go forward in your personal, your business life, your spiritual life, your everything. You want to go forward, but you're holding on to something. You cannot go forward if you don't let go what's behind you. Okay, and I know I'm speaking to somebody. This is psychological, right? Some things have a psychological hold on you, okay? Some things have a psychological hold on you, and a great book for you to read to figure out what's the thing that you can dig deep inside of you to move forward. Sometimes we need a spark. Sometimes we need to define.
Really good information even back then, right?
Ourselves, right? You need to define yourself, and you also need to find yourself to figure out who you are. Then you can go forward. Because
see, in that video right there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Tarzan Analogy, where you'll hold on to something in your past that's preventing you to go forward in life. So it's a sense of defining yourself in order to refine yourself. So you can't go forward if there's something in your past that is preventing you from going forward. Something in your past is preventing you from going forward. So that's what I was talking about. But all of these certain sides of videos I used to do, look at the views here. It's only 138 views. I know the screen is slightly cut off, but it's only 138 views. But hopefully it helps somebody. Out of that 138 views, I got 18 up. So in this time of great pearl and inspiration, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to continue to strive for your goals that you made for yourself, because I'm still working. I'm still working hard on my YouTube channel, making content that I think I find that people find value in. I like to educate people when it comes to stock investing. And I also do coaching, if you didn't know. And if you ever want to be coached, whether it be for financial or just a life coach, I do both. Check out my email below. Check out my email below. And anytime during this video, guys, if you like what you're hearing, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, I encourage you to be a subscriber, because we will both inspire each other. I know a lot of times channels get huge. Hopefully my channel gets huge one day, but if not, I'm going to keep pressing away. I'm going to keep pressing away and giving those faithful and loyal subscribers the information as soon as I come upon it, for you guys to live a better life and be more inspired, okay? To be more inspired. So I'm going to read some of your notes and I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully you find some value to this video. I think we went over some professions that you guys can actually look into that could possibly help you guys out. Okay, for the most part, I got all of you guys on messaging. And Music as Fitness says, thanks for the advice. You're welcome, good sir. Ernest still says, financial literacy inspiring the nations. Let's go. Well, thank you, Ernest. I appreciate that. And then Paul Brown says, good morning, Ross and good people. Good morning to you, Paul Brown. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my time for today. Usually I like to do a stock review. Maybe I come on later on this evening when everybody's off from work, give you guys some stock information for tomorrow. But I can definitely tell you that Moderna may be going up. And you know what? Why not? I'm online right now. I'm going to just do a quick, I always do this to make my videos super long. That's why nobody want to watch it, because they're super long. But I'd be having a good time on here. But anyway, let's look at Moderna really quickly. Let's see how they're doing. Yes, Moderna is up. Okay, let's look at that really quickly. Moderna is up. Unfortunately, can I move this somehow? All 45 of the test subjects created antibodies for Corona-19, okay? For Corona-19, aka COVID-19. So anyway, hopefully this information has found you well. I encourage you people, if you're out of work, if you feel downtrodden, if you feel uninspired, if you feel unmotivated, to really tap into that burning power that we all possess. And you just have to find some things to motivate you. And I know there's a goal out there that you made for yourself that motivates you. You already have the intelligence. You already have the smarts. You already have the gusto. You just need to go out and get it. Hopefully I gave you some sort of ideas, maybe some inspiration to lift you higher than you were already. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. And all during the while, protect yourself by wearing your mask and at least keeping 6 feet away. I'm out.